So Cardi B, the talented rapper, she's a very colorful character. I didn't know this until today. Her real name is Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar. She has been accused of assault and battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent and false imprisonment in a lawsuit in Los Angeles Superior Court by a woman named Imani Ellis. It happened in 2018. And Imani claims that Cardi B assaulted her, that there was a physical altercation in which she got assaulted. Cardi B claims Cardi B was going, I think, to see her doctor, was going into this medical office building, and she sees Imani there with her phone videotaping Cardi B and like documenting it. And this is a private, like she's going for a private appointment and says like, don't videotape me. Like, what are you doing? And it was no more than a verbal altercation, and that this whole thing was a money grab. Let's start with the alleged victim, the plaintiff, Imani Ellis, and her testimony about what allegedly happened in SOT 57.
After she heard me say her name, she turned back around, and the first thing out of her mouth was, excuse my language, was, why the f*** are you telling people that you seen me? At this time, I tried to calm her down and assure her that I didn't tell anyone that I seen her, and she was extremely upset.
What did she tell you after that?
Then, excuse my language again, but she said, yes, you did, and then she put her finger in my face. She used a lot of words, and again, excuse my language, but she was like, bitch, that's why I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna get you fired.
F you.
That's why you do security. That's why you do security. She was sticking her tongue out. She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down. Body shaming me. I mean.
Okay, because Imani Ellis was a security guard in this building where Cardi B was going for an OB appointment. She was relatively new in her pregnancy, and she didn't want people knowing she was pregnant, hence her understandable upset at being filmed when she's going to see her OB. And this security guard, of all people, to be filming her, she was justifiably angry. Here's Cardi B's version of it, 56.
Now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her, like, you need to back up. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this girl is big. She's big. She got big black boots on. And I'm like, damn, arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, bitch, get out of my face. I did say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face. We were like literally we were literally screaming at each other. And she kept telling me, like, you're going to leave my building. I'm like, I'm not leaving.
I love we go from, I said the B word, get the fuck out of my face. So the jury has come back and said she is not liable for this. Dave, Cardi B is vindicated and Imani gets nothing. Did they reach the right conclusion?
Yes, this was a 2-day trial, and the jury took less than an hour to come back with its verdict. That tells you something. This was a weak case. And the plaintiff is saying that she was scratched on the cheek, and that caused her grave emotional damage, and she had to get surgery. And the jury didn't believe it, especially because she was suing for $24 million. And that came in through Cardi B's testimony. She said, I'm being sued for $24 million. Yeah, and the juror's like, are you kidding me? Scratch me on the cheek and give me $24 million. I'll take that trade.
It's ridiculous. Wait, we have that? What is that? SOT? Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you said I have other ones that I want to play before. I got to choose my favorites here. Here's Cardi B explaining that Imani Ellis is bigger than she is, 58.
You said she's bigger than you? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean,
I'm looking. I don't agree with that. What is your basis? Are you saying she's physically bigger? She's taller?
I mean, you have her medical records, right?
I don't have anything. I want asking you the questions.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion?
Objection, relevant.
She's a little.
You don't need to answer me.
Okay. Did you call her fat?
No, I was calling her a bitch.
She's a little, and then she goes on to explain what she thinks of Imani's figure in SOT 59.
We was face to face, so she's practically like my height, or just a much taller, but she was practically my height. But she is like
What? Say it.
security heavy.
What does security heavy mean? Just tell us. There's no harm. What does that mean?
Like she just looks a little like she could protect the building type big. You know what I'm saying? She just
Right.
looked more developed than me.
Jonna, I'm sorry, but that's very charming. She's funny.
She is hilarious, and she is so authentic. And if I weren't a Cardi B fan before, I am a Cardi B fan now. And let me just
Same.
say, the facts of this case never supported a successful civil suit. The facts of this case support an Instagram post. And here's who I am mad at. I'm not even mad at the plaintiff. I'm mad at the plaintiff's lawyer, because he's one of these people, he must be, these lawyers who seek out people with money and celebrities, they're usually one and the same, who they think that there is a legal slush fund so you can bring a frivolous lawsuit and these celebs are going to write a check to make it go away. We need fewer of those attorneys in our lives, because that's not fair. And kudos to Cardi B for standing up and saying, basically, I'm not taking any shit. And that's what this lawsuit is about. And she didn't take any shit. So good
It's
for
so
her.
true.
And by the way,
9 out of 10 celebrities would have settled this. Yeah, they would have settled this just so that they didn't have to go through the inconvenience and the public humiliation of testifying and so on. So good for her for standing up. She knew that this woman had put her in an uncomfortable situation, not the other way around. Here she is on the lesson learned in SOT 64.
I'm not even playing around. I will, even if I'm in my deathbed, I swear to God, I will say it in my deathbed. I did not touch that woman. I did not touch that girl. I didn't lay my hands on that girl. And with that being said, this time around, I'm going to be nice. The next person that try to do a frivolous lawsuit against me, I'm going to countersue.
I applaud that, Dave. That's really what will deter people, because when they get this plaintiff's attorney who has dollar signs in his eyes, there's almost no downside to somebody like this bringing a massive lawsuit against a celebrity like her.
That's right. The cult of personality, of fame out there. You can be famous just by suing a famous person, and then it can help your law practice. So that's an advantage. But we're starting to see celebrities fight back. Megyn, it wasn't just Cardi B. Remember, Gwyneth Paltrow, she successfully fought back against that guy who was suing her, even though he was the one allegedly who plowed into her on the ski slope. So,
True.
Right? So I
That was
think
a
you're
fun
starting
case.
to see, yeah. Right. And in the past, perhaps, the celebrities didn't want the negative publicity, but I think they're starting to get good publicity by standing up to people who see them as a windfall, as a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
I feel like they can all thank Johnny Depp for giving them the example of how not to just roll over. Like there actually might be a greater value in standing up and fighting. When inflation jumps, when you hear the national debt is over $37 trillion, do you ever think maybe now would be a good time to buy some gold? Well, you'd be right. Whether as a hedge against inflation, peace of mind during global instability, or just for sensible diversification, Birch Gold Group believes every American should own physical gold. And so they created something special. Until September 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, request an info kit right now. Just text MK to 989898. Plus, Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for a rebate in free metals of up to $10,000. So make right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy before September 30th. Text MK to the number 989898 to claim your eligibility and get your free info kit. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.